Hello, everybody. You are welcome to our advertising and marketing show. This is Live with Linda. Today, we are going to be talking about the drinks industry and the fierce competition that is going on there. We already know the big players now: Coca-Cola, Pepsi, and more recently, Bigi. Now, these three brands are doing very well. They're selling volumes every day. But I think there are some things that I feel they are doing or did wrong. That's my opinion. It's left for you to tell me what you think. But I feel like Biggie is constantly doing something that may deter them from becoming a global brand, because that's the aim at the end of the day now, right? Biggie wants to is a Nigeria brand, and we are proud that they are giving global brands a run for their money. But the aim is to become as big as these two guys, and there's something they are doing constantly right now that I feel like if they continue, they might not get to where they want to get to. That's number one. Then number two, I feel like the competition was actually between Coca-Cola and Pepsi. All over the world, we always think that the fierce competition is between these two guys. And even when Biggie came into the market, we're still looking at them like, I know, okay, Biggie, yeah, because it's a local brand, right? That these two guys, they are the main competition. But something happened, and that little mistake made by Pepsi made us to realize that, do you see this, our Nigeria brand? It's like it's giving these two global brands a run for their money. And that was one mistake that Pepsi made sometime last year. And we're also going to talk about that. So, like I said, even though I then realized that, Pepsi and Biggie were having, the competition is now between them. It's no longer Pepsi and Coke again. I was thinking, okay, Coke is still fine. Their main competition is still water. They're still doing well. The competition is really between these two guys. But then again, Coke now made one move that made me to realize that, I don't think all is well in paradise. I think the biggest competition for Coca-Cola right now is not really Pepsi, but Biggie. And I'm going to explain why I think so to you today on this show. So welcome once again. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the ride. This is Live with Linda. Okay, so welcome back. Like I said earlier, we're going to be looking at all the fierce competition going on in the drinks industry. Now, let's start with this guy right here, Biggie. They actually wrote on the pack, Omo Naija ni mi. They're proudly Nigerian, and we're so proud of them. Look, we love Biggie, we love Coca-Cola, we love Pepsi. The market is big enough for everybody, and I love the healthy competition. It's entertaining, it's fun. I like it, right? But like I said, there is something I think Biggie is not getting right, and they need to get it right if they must compete at the level of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. And I'm talking about their marketing and their branding. My goodness. Like right now, look at these three brands. You can see clearly that the only thing Biggie has over Coca-Cola and Pepsi is the volume. The fact that the price points are the volume, the fact that it's cheaper, that's all. They have nothing else, and that's not strong enough. Because tomorrow, Coke might decide to reduce their price and increase their volume. So what will Biggie do then? Do you understand what I'm saying? Biggie really needs to work on its packaging. And look at Pepsi, for example. The time they wanted to, they actually did the same thing that Biggie did at one point. Do you remember? The price thing, they wanted to reduce their price, but rather than just reduce it and increase volume, so that they will tell you, so that you can feel like you're getting more value from Pepsi than Coca-Cola, they packaged it well in a campaign. Right? They didn't just increase the bottle, the drink, and throw it into the market. No, they packaged it well. The Pepsi long throat bottle. I don't know if you remember that campaign. That was an awesome campaign. It was nothing but reduction of price or increase in volume so that you can get 20% extra than what you had. And rather than make it look like, oh no, we're just trying to compete with Coke, they made it look like they're giving you more value. You, the customer, are enjoying more value, more premium quality, even with your cheaper price. But Biggie is not doing that. Right now, people feel like Biggie is just a cheaper alternative, and not just cheaper. The perception is that the quality is lower than that of Coca-Cola and Pepsi. Look, Bigi has to work extra hard because they are a Nigeria brand. They have a point to prove. So they cannot be lazy with their marketing. They need to do global campaigns like Coca-Cola. Remember the Coca-Cola name on the bottle campaign? That was epic. Bigi needs to operate on that level if they want to get to international standard. I remember when I was in ShopRite some days ago to buy drinks for the house, and I saw a guy. He walked up to the drinks bar with a lady. I think they both work in ShopRite actually, because the girl was wearing her uniform. I think she was one of the bakers. And the guy was like, come, let me buy you drink. And the girl went to the fridge closest to her and opened it. And he was like, no, not that one. That one a poor man drink. Come this side, come and take it. And he opened the Coca-Cola fridge. I swear, this is true story. And it got me thinking, like, I looked at the guy and he looked like somebody that is receiving, let me say on an average 50 to 70K per month as salary. I mean, are those not the kind of people Bigi are trying to target? So if the masses that you're trying to target with your cheap product think that your products are too poor for them, is that not a problem? That is a big problem if you ask me. Because they're not proud of it. They're thinking that that it's not just cheap, that the quality is low. Unlike Pepsi, when they did their long throat bottle, people thought, oh no, we are getting more premium quality at a cheaper price. That is how it's supposed to be. So really and truly, Bigi needs to step up. It's not a diss. I love Bigi, like I said. I love that it's a Nigerian brand that is giving a global brand a run for their money. They're doing very well. Trust me, they're selling. They're selling volumes. They're doing very, very well. But you see, if they do not tackle this marketing and branding thing now, it might deter them from even growing further. Because like I said, if Coca-Cola and Pepsi decide to capitalize on that, where does that leave Bigi? And I can see that they are trying. I don't know if you've seen their latest ad. They tried to position themselves as premium, but it just wasn't working. And my advice to them would be, look inwards. If you're trying to go premium and it's not working, look inwards. You cannot give what you don't have. I think they need to inject some sort of premiumness. I don't know how to put it, but they need to inject some of that into their organization, they need to do that. Because if you don't have an eye for high quality, then you will not see it, or you would not know, or you would not recognize when something is or is not high quality. Let me give you an example, right? When I went to the village last month during my father's burial, you know, these Igbo people, they usually have rights like, we need so drinks and blah, blah, blah. They were requesting for Hero and Life. I was surprised that they did not even request for Star and Gouda and Guinness. No, true story. I'm not trying to bullshit anybody. They were requesting for Life and Hero. They were so proud of those drinks. Like, they feel like it's part of us. Like, they are proud to associate with it. And that's because Hero and Life, they got their branding right. They got it right. Trust me, it's not just about the whole affiliation. They tried with the perception as well. Look at Hero's last ad, for example. That was actually pretty good. And it will surprise you to know that it's actually the same company that produced that advert for Hero that did the last ad for Bigi as well. Yes, I think so. Yet, look at the differences. You could clearly see that one is quite better than the other one. Like I said, I'm sorry, I'm saying this from a place of love, right? I'm saying from a place of love. So Bigi really needs to step up and do better with their branding and marketing if they must continue to soar in the market and become a global brand. We are looking forward to the time when Bigi will start supplying America, right? Supplying UK drinks. Yes, a Nigerian brand should be able to do that, but they can't do that if they continue with the way they're going. Okay, so that's it for Bigi. Now let's talk Pepsi. Like I said, Pepsi has been pretty amazing. They've always positioned themselves as an alternative to Coke, and they're so proud about that. They drag that, like, they really, really do it to the max. But you can see that their branding is like totally different from Coca-Cola. They've been doing so well with their advert and their marketing strategies and all of that. The long throat bottle is just one. They've done a lot of brilliant campaigns, even locally here in Nigeria. But there was one mistake they did last year that made us realize that, oh, really, they are really having issues with Bigi, that maybe Bigi is really trying to push them out of the market. And that was when an email leaked from Pepsi. I don't know if you remember that email. It was supposedly from a high-level staff at Pepsi, and it was talking about how they need to, put more effort to be able to drive one brand out of the market, and everybody knew that they were talking about Bigi. In fact, that was a very lousy mistake. I hope Pepsi can, tighten their communication or their security in their office, because that is very, very, very damaging. In fact, it won Bigi a lot of love, because Bigi is Nigeria owned. Oh, so they want to drive out our Nigeria brand. It won Bigi a lot of love. That was a lousy mistake. And it actually opened our eyes to the fact that Pepsi is actually really struggling with Bigi. And when all of that was going on, we thought, I don't know about you, but I thought, okay, I think the competition is now between Pepsi and Bigi. I think Coca-Cola is still doing fine. They have this perception, this premium, even though it's affordable to everybody. You just know that Coca-Cola, I don't know if you've been to the Coke office in Ikoyi. I don't know if it's still there. When you enter there, you're entering into the office of a premium brand. Do you understand what I'm saying? So we felt, oh my goodness, so Coke is still there, just like McDonald's, for example, is still there. But they did something that got me I was like, oh my goodness, are you sure this is Coke? What I'm talking about is the new product they introduced into the market, the Predator brand. And I know I posted it. I posted Predator and Fearless side by side on my page. I purposely did not give my opinion because I wanted to know what people think. And everybody was on the same page. The brand identity for Predator was like an updated version of Fearless. And while that might be looking like a good approach or strategy for Coca-Cola, for me, it is not, because it opened my eyes to the fact that Coca-Cola is struggling with Bigi. That means Bigi must have been giving them sleepless nights. Are you sure Bigi is not selling more than Coca-Cola for them to be able to go that low to do that? Because I'm telling you, Predator is like an updated version of Fearless. And that's the same thing I was talking about Bigi. If they don't do something, big brands that will continue to capitalize on the fact that they are not good with their branding. Just imagine putting those two brands side by side. One immediately sees that Fearless looks outdated. Why will you look outdated? Why wouldn't you be innovative? The fact that you're selling does not mean you should forget about your branding and your marketing and your perception, because it will get to a time that you will no longer sell, because you would be seen as outdated, and a fresh new brand will come into the market and take over. Right? Okay, back to what I was talking about. So the fact that Coke did that opened my eyes to the fact that, oh my goodness, I think there's trouble in paradise. Maybe really the competition is no longer just between Coca-Cola and water, because they like to compete with water. The competition is really now between Coca-Cola and Bigi. It's not even Pepsi anymore. It's like Bigi is giving these two brands sleepless nights. And guess what? That move Coca-Cola made is what is making me think that. I don't think that it's just a few people now, or it's just, the world is now a global village. One person knows, the other person knows. Once people start behaving somehow to a brand, the word spreads. And before you know, it's common knowledge. And before you know, it's affecting brand perception. Everybody needs to be more and more careful these days with what they do. Like I was saying, I was making reference to McDonald's. McDonald's has been the Coca-Cola of the fast food industry. They had the first mover advantage. They were doing pretty well. And then Burger King came. Burger King positioned itself as an alternative to McDonald's. And they didn't just do it quietly. They constantly released ads and campaigns that are throwing shades at McDonald's. But McDonald's did not respond. And I thought that was actually amazing. You know why? Because their brand personalities are different. McDonald's is not Burger King. Burger King is more playful, more fun. If McDonald's had decided to go into war with Burger King, I'm sure they would have lost. You don't go into a battle you can't win. You don't go into a battle you can't win. So I think what McDonald's did is good. They kept innovating. They kept coming up with good creative ads. Even as McDonald's were doing McDonald's were made a lot of progress, I won't lie. By capitalizing on McDonald's, they made a lot of progress. But yet again, McDonald's did not lose its respect, neither did they totally lose their market share. Right? So that's the kind of thing I was expecting from Coca-Cola. Just be on your lane. But the fact that they did that thing with the whole Predator thing, it just made me feel like, oh my God, oh my goodness, there's trouble in paradise. And you know, the Burger King is just like Pepsi. Pepsi's advert has been amazing. There's this one they did with Cardi B where they actually mentioned Coke. So yes, they still throw shades, but they do it so creatively. Like, Bigi is just not on that level when it comes to marketing at all, and it's really painful. We want all of these brands to say, look, we love all the brands, we love all of them. The sky is big enough for them. And I'm telling you, the competition, although business is war, but it's also very fun and engaging, and it's also one of the things that endear people to brands. Okay, so we are rooting for all of them. We hope that, you know, they correct their mistakes and they get better. Abi? All right, I think I've talked too much today. I hope you had a nice time. Tell me what you think in the comments below. I'll be right there after now. Thank you so much for watching the show. I will see you next time. This is Live with Linda. Bye.